So this is what we're working with right now. On today's episode of Crafty Hoarding, I have a bunch of different colored zippers that never knew when I was gonna use. As far as product launches go and being patient, like, dude, I work here. It is a mess all the time. Hi friends, welcome back. I'm super excited for today's sewing vlog that I will definitely not finish today because I got some more vintage fabric and I have done very well. I have not bit off more than I can chew. I wanted to branch out from tote bags. If you're not new here, I've been doing all kinds of tote bag fun and it's been super great and I've learned a lot, and tote bag fun is not over, but I need to start doing some smaller like wallets, pouches, that kinds of things, and kind of shift my brain towards fall, even though it is literally here in West Tennessee. I tried to jog earlier. It was 109 humidity outside. So even though it is blazing summer right now, as small business owners, we need to shift our thinking towards fall. And so I do have a few summer-ish patterns, but could also kind of blend into fall. I've chosen 6 fabric combos that I'm really excited to share because they are so gorgeous. I've already started on some of them. These are the 2 I've already started on. So this like really gorgeous floral blue is gonna go with this interior, and then I've got a solid pink interior to go with this white floral. And guys, I'm so excited because I have enough fabric to probably do like 20 of those if people really like them. And then the only reason I chose this like dark gray zipper, I know that that's different, was because I have a whole bunch of them and they're just sitting in the closet and I'm out of the really short white ones. So the first combo is so gorgeous. It's a black floral. I know that black is not like super trendy from what I've seen, but it's got this classic look to it. And look at the matching. I mean, that is absolutely perfect. I also have a huge stack of fabric tags that we're gonna work on at some point today as well. I've got the large ones. These are for tote bags. I think this is a 2 by 2 inch, if I'm not mistaken. And then this is 1.5 by 1.5. These are the smaller ones that I put on the inside of like wallets and pouches and stuff. I'm going back to the full color instead of just all black. These are the all black ones and I still have some left, so I think I'm gonna just use those up before switching back to the full color. Here's the next one. It's a purple. I tried to pick not all pink stuff, and the vintage haul had a lot of purple. So this is the exterior and this is the interior. And then this is a little different. I chose a 2-toned blue. This very simple ditzy heart is going to be the exterior. The solid blue will be the interior. And then this is so pretty. Strawberries are so trendy right now. And so it's this almost like an ivory color. And then I just happened to see this leafy green interior that matches the leaves on the strawberries. So I'm super excited to see how these all turn out. Since I put that extra table away, I have struggled with like where to put my in progress stuff. Like I use my ironing board a lot to like as a work table, but for stuff like today, like I've been working on this stuff out in the living room and I literally have nowhere to put it. I have this stack of tubs right here that has, oh, let me show you these pocket totes. I've literally just been piling in progress whip stuff on top of these totes that have finished product in them. But I've been working on these pocket totes because the Mima Everyday Tote was super popular in the keepsake collection. Now these, if I remember correctly, I cut these just a smidge smaller, just a little bit smaller than the other one, but look at this. I feel like this is very fall looking. It's got these little coquette bows and flowers in here with the green that matches the leaves. And then this is definitely still kind of summery, but it's purple. If you're new here, purple is like my favorite color, and I love a good pink, right? But there's a lot of pink out there, and purple and blue is just as beautiful. So on one of them I did matching straps, and then on the other one I did the accent straps. And then way under here is, if you've been following me, you remember this holly hobby fabric, and I have started, I'm getting there eventually. Let me show you what it looks like. Look at it. There's the pocket with the strap. It's not sewn on yet, but it is gonna look so, so cute. I got all of this from a grandmother's craft room, literally. I washed all of it. And so anytime I buy something brand new before I cut it, I iron it out, but especially if you wash it, you've got to iron out all those wrinkles. It can affect your cuts, especially if we're cutting smaller pieces like the wallets. They need to be exact, and you are also going to be a fabric catcher. I think I've finally gotten over the fact that I'm not going to have a completely like aesthetic room like some of the shops you see on YouTube. Like, dude, I work here. It is a mess all the time. You can't see in front of me. There's a huge pile that I did organize, and they're in smaller little tubs, but there's like in progress yarn projects, pre-cuts for market season. My first huge market is 2 months away, but my first smaller market of the fall is in about 2.5 weeks. And so I've started piling stuff up over here in anticipation of that. I just realized that this is actually the wrong side of the fabric. I had it inside out the whole time. This is actually the interior, and I think it still works. It's kind of got like this grainy tree woodsy vibe. I'm not sure if you can see in the video, but I think it will still work very nicely. So this cut a bunch of that cutting time in half, except when it comes to like odd looking pieces like this that are left, I will have to just do those with the manual rotary cutter. So scraps like this that are not big enough to make a whole one, I will keep this for like a zipper tab or the pull tab on the side. I try to minimize waste as much as possible. So this is what we're working with right now. Like, I have way too much of this liner fabric. I can probably save that for something else. And I think it's safe to say we will not be quilting all of these in today's video. Whenever there's like a good deal of scraps left when I'm cutting, like you just never know when you might have miscounted something, or you need some specifically zipper tabs or pull tabs. And so I just keep these until I'm completely done with the project, or I completely run out of said fabric and I'm definitely not going to use it anymore. These are left over from when I was doing my AirPods tutorial. And so I got this container randomly at Home Goods at the checkout, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so great for holding like all my different fabric labels. And I don't really have it filled up yet, but I mainly wanted it for this bottom where I can just throw a bunch of the scraps that I can just grab easily instead of having to root through my abyss that is my closet. I like to prep everything as much as possible prior to like actually sewing stuff. So that means ironing over the pull tabs. And what I mean by pull tabs are, like, this is one that I made to match some Charlotte collection ones. These right here, these pull tabs that I put on the keychains, those have to be prepped, as well as the zipper tabs right here. And so I iron those down, and I go ahead and I will clip these little cut up pieces for zipper tabs to them. But I thought I might do black zippers for these. This is so messy. Ooh, I forgot I had these navy ones. I don't know if that, what about these? Or no, I don't think that's gonna work. But this like dark blue in here, I think I could get away doing navy with these. So I typically just stick to like white zippers all around, but these are specialty and limited, so it's not gonna be like confusing trying to make sure I have the right zippers on hand. Like what I cut today of this one is all I have, and I have more than enough zippers. And so I think I'm gonna go with the navy blue on this one. And then I'm gonna do, I only have like 12-inch zippers. I'm just gonna cut them down for the black. On today's episode of Crafty Hoarding, I have a bunch of different colored zippers that never knew when I was gonna use, but they might match these. I think I have, it's almost like a chocolate brown. I think it would go, let me get a bigger swatch. I think it would look really nice with that strawberry one. I think that's a winner. I think we're gonna do brown on the strawberry. Okay, never mind. The navy blue is not gonna work with, I don't like that with the purple. So scratch that. That's not gonna work. Definitely gonna do the black zipper with the black floral. So I really like the way this looks, the gray, light gray with the purple. Oh my gosh, I love that. But these are so long and I really don't want to cut them. I could see me, because I love gray, I could see me using these for a different project. It feels so good to like be using up some of these materials that I've literally had for years. I'm remembering why I stick to white everything almost, because you have to change the threads. Like if you're doing black or with gray, you could use white thread, but then like this one, the strawberry one, I had to use this like tannish taupe blendables that like I'm honestly almost out of, and as soon as it's out, like I'm not gonna order it anymore. But I debated like just posting these on the website or adding them to like a bigger launch. So here's the thing, I'm thinking like pretty much anything vintagey will just get added to the keepsake collection. That might change, but the keepsake collection, if you're new here, is like everything vintage. Like there's 3 different kinds of tote bags right now, and then there's some like flat pouches that can literally be so many different things. But I haven't really done any wallets. I did some with the Charlotte totes that I came up with, and so I have several, like the totes I showed you at the beginning of the video, I have several of those that are in progress, but those aren't vintage, but they're Meemaw pocket totes. They are made with Hobby Lobby fabric. So I'm like, I'm not really sure how to market them. But something I learned in the last launch was, I've talked about this before, how I tried really hard to just get out of my comfort zone and post on social media, send the emails, kind of like try to hype it up and just let people know what's going to be in the launch, and you know, just bring more visibility to the products. And it made a huge difference with the overall success of the launch. So learn from that. And so I'm trying to fight this urge to just post products as soon as I get them finished. I get overly excited about stuff when I'm done with it. Like I want everybody to see it. and that's fine. But I think I've learned I need to be patient, and it's gonna pay off if I just take the time and show it to my customers, my viewers, because one of the fun things, and I really think this made a huge difference in the last launch, was I asked a lot of questions in my videos and people responded in the comments, and I literally used that feedback to help improve either the product or the launch overall or features of the bags. The most fun thing was naming the collection. I did like this survey both on here and over on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'm an Instagram girly. Go follow me on there. But the viewers named the collection, and that was super fun. I'm just like pinning these right side out, so I'll like I'll sew all the way around the exterior and leave a hole to turn it right side out. And then like after I add all of this, which one is this? The blue one. I'll add our little tabby things that we made and the keychain. These are my Amazon storefront, this particular size if you're interested. The sun is coming around right now in my room and it is so hot, so hot. And then I just kind of scoot this over and insert it right up next to the zipper tabby thingy. In the spirit of thinking out loud, you know, I'm making more of these pocket totes, but they're not vintage. But the keepsake collection is vintage. And like, I'm not sure like if I just go ahead and add them to the keepsake collection because that's the style, and just obviously I'm gonna have on the listing like they're not vintage fabrics, or if that would be misleading, by all means, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, because I'm kind of torn on basically how to market them. I'm not sure if this video is going to come out before or after one of this order packing video where I talk about uncomfortability, but as far as product launches go and being patient, it's uncomfortable for me a lot of the time to be patient because, like I said, I just want to show all the pretty things that I make on Instagram and take pictures and show everything and just get everything out there ASAP, right? But there's beauty in the patience. The patience pays off when you take the time to go through the right social media, email list, all of those steps to promote your launch. So that's something that I'm learning. I'm not a pro at it yet by any means, but if you're a small business owner and you're watching, I just wanted to share some helpful tips that I've learned. I want to share more of the uncomfortable things because that's what everybody keeps talking about. If I can help other people.
I'm sorry.
Okay, enough chit chat for right now. My daughter's gonna be here in about an hour. My husband just went outside to mow, so I literally have the whole place to myself. And so let's get these finished up. I ended up doing one of each just to see how they would turn out before. I mean, I've made this particular style wallet like a bajillion times already, so I know it's gonna turn out well. I just wanted to make sure like the zipper colors, I really liked them before cutting a bunch of zippers. The sun is really coming around now. It's so bright over here, but this is the final product. So let's go through them each and I'll save my favorite for last. So this is the blue one with the gray zipper, and I think it worked really, really well. And this was the interior. I started making them just a little bit deeper just based on my experience using mine. Mine fits my cards just fine. But like if you wanted to add like a roll of money in there or your chapstick or something, it fits, but it'd just be nice to have just a little bit extra. This is my second favorite. The purple on this one, I mean, I know I'm biased because I love purple, but I think it turned out so super cute. Unfortunately, I think there's only going to be like 5 or 6 of these because that's all the fabric that there was. That's the only downside of using all this vintage stuff is a lot of it's very, very limited. So here's this is like a classic blue, and that lighter blue works on the inside with a white zipper. And this was the white floral with gray zipper and just pink interior. The black, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look how gorgeous. That's like a close second as well. My favorite was the strawberry with the chocolate brown zipper. I am also so excited about some of the tote bags that are coming and just the fabrics that are coming to be used, because I have so many. I have a huge stack of like blues, greens, purples, and then a huge stack of neutrals that could go with like anything. And some of them, when I was washing them and then folding them up and making them all nice and neat and tidy again, I was like, I just wanted to start playing with them immediately because they were so pretty. So I'm gonna show you some of my favorites that I'm gonna pick first in the next few weeks it's gonna be, I'm not sure if it's gonna be market prepping or if it'll be like part of the collection, whatever the collection's name is, but this is what I'm gonna be playing with. So this is a huge stack of purples and it is much more than it looks like, but I wanted to show you my absolute favorite. And it's not even just purples, it's like these like eggplant, maroon colors. This floral, it's more of a canvasy material with this solid, I think is gonna be so gorgeous. And then over here is some of the blues, and in this blue, here it is, look at this. Oh my gosh, so pretty with that like blue polka dot to match on the inside. And then this little booger, let me show you this. I was so surprised when I came across this fabric because it looks so much like this one. This is Hobby Lobby. I know I'm not the only maker that uses it. It's one of my favorites, but look how closely it resembles one of the OGs. I just think that's so neat. When I came across this one, I was like, oh my gosh, the trends really do come back around. The last one I'm gonna show you that I'm really excited to try is this one. So this looks, the colors are very different, but it looks a lot like this green. I called it like a Victorian style. I made flat pouches out of them and a few slouchy bags. I think I made a few GG totes with them, if I'm remembering correctly, or maybe they were Nana totes. I can't remember, but those sold out, like all those pouches sold super fast. And so when I saw this, it's a lot like it. And the roses, I just feel are like a classic that's never gonna go out of style. And so I think maybe some tote bags and matching pouches with this one. You remember how earlier in the video I said that I learned a lot about launches by like asking my audience? Well, this is the time for that. So based on the last launch, the pocket tote was the most popular. It has exterior pockets on both sides and it's a pretty good size and it's got the defined bottom. So for launches going forward, I'm definitely gonna keep making pocket totes. But as for the larger totes, this is the Charlotte. This is the only one left that I currently have made. I am gonna make more. It's a little narrower, but it has depth. And then it has, I did a single pocket on this one, but the big long straps for like all heights, sizes, etc. And then this massive thing. I like this size. And then I did double pockets, I think, on this one. Yeah, and so my question is, which do you prefer? The smaller, shallower totes, or like the big jumbo ones that are just like an anything and everything bag? You can use it for multiple purposes, or the Charlotte that is deep but a little narrower. Just let me know down in the comments kind of what you're looking for or what you see other people that might gravitate more towards. Friends, my daughter will be here any minute, so I have to put my mama hat back on for just a little bit. So in the meantime, I'm gonna organize these fabric stacks that I brought in here that I just showed you, and then get started on what's left of all of these pre-cuts that we cut earlier in the video, so I can add those to my collection prep / market prep system. I don't have a system, I just work on it whenever. Okay, friends, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see next, and I will see you soon. Bye.